Hello and welcome to the Reclaim Motherhood Masterclass. I'm Yoli Fisher with the incredible Joe Salter. And today is all about bringing mothers home. For too long, we have been told that success means sacrificing presence with our babies for a paycheck. I call BS. We're here to show you a new way, how to earn abundantly from home while being fully present. Build a business from anywhere in the world for just a few hours a day and create generational wealth for your children. And design true freedom on your terms. Your socials can become your income stream. Automation plus mentorship equals ease, impact, and sovereignty. So let's dive in and create motherhood together. So imagine a business where just 21 sales can pay you over 100K. How long would it take you to earn that in your job? A year? Maybe more. Here, it's just 21 sales. Not hundreds of tiny transactions, just 21 aligned yeses that change lives. This is the power of high ticket, and this is how mothers come home. So, for those of you who don't know me, as I said, I'm Yoli, and I'm so glad you're here. Before we dive in, I just want to share a little bit about my story. I'm a mummy to two beautiful babies, and they are my reason why. They're the reason I want more for us and more for them. For almost 10 years, I worked in the healthcare industry as an osteo, and by many people's standards, we had a good life. Two businesses, flexible schedules, but the truth, my husband and I, we were ships in the night. If we stopped working, the income stopped. If we wanted more income, it meant working more and sacrificing the one thing that mattered most, family. And I'll never forget leaving for work after my son was born. I closed the door and the tears just poured down my face. I can remember thinking, I can't keep leaving my babies. I can't keep missing my husband. I can't keep trading precious time for money that barely gets us by, let alone builds for the future we dream of. So I asked the universe for four things. I wanted to be able to work from home or anywhere in the world. I didn't want something that I had to create from scratch. I've been there, done that. A way to share my passion for health, family, and parenting, to contribute and to give back. And an income that created true freedom, 10K months. And 1 month later, the universe answered. And what I found was bigger than I ever imagined. 10K months weren't the ceiling, they were just the beginning. Now, you know my story. I'd like you to turn into why you are here. Why are you here? I'd imagine it's because you want to reclaim your time. You want to be present with your babies and to live in a way that honors your health, your values, and your sovereignty. Because this business was designed for mothers, it was designed for us, for those who want sovereignty, presence, and generational wealth, not hustle. So let me introduce you to the company that makes this all possible. The company that has a 500-year vision, for improving health, wealth, and the environment. And you can see it on the screen. Enagic, our partners in changing lives and making dreams reality. Enagic is a 50-year-old Japanese company. They are the world leaders in medical grade water ionizers, trusted in hospitals, used by athletes and health professionals, and loved by families such as Joe and I, all over the world. And Enagic founder, Mr. Oshiro, created this business to bring health and wealth into everyday families like ours. So mothers and fathers could come back together instead of being torn apart by the disconnection of work, stress, and survival. Now, I want to show you their products that are improving health globally and exactly how we create abundant income from them. So this is what the products look like. An Enagic range of medical grade water ionizers. These machines were developed in the 1970s by Japanese scientists, replicated from the healing waters of the blue zones. And now we can create the same hydrogen-rich water from our kitchen taps. It's amazing. But these machines go way beyond just drinking water, with over 100 different uses for cooking, cleaning, skincare, wellness. They are literally protecting health from our families every single day. But don't just take my word for it. Do the research. If you go through and search molecular hydrogen, an absolute tongue twist, on PubMed or Google Scholar, you'll find hundreds of peer-reviewed studies proving it reduces inflammation, supports gut and brain health, slows aging, and boosts energy at a cellular level. It creates the most incredible water, and it has absolutely transformed my health, the health of my family, and should be a staple, I believe, in every family's home, especially with all the toxins that we are exposed to on a day. But Enagic isn't just about water. I just get so excited about this. Their products literally support health from every angle. And as a mother who cares about the health of her children, this really matters. So first off, we have the Anespa, which is our shower filter. It removes chlorine and heavy metals, so our skin, the body's largest organ, isn't absorbing toxins daily. My hair and my skin is the healthiest it's ever been. Next, we have the Ukon, which is wild turmeric from Okinawa, watered in molecular hydrogen. It's nature's anti-inflammatory, and I'm sure you've heard of turmeric before. Everyone knows it's about powerful anti-inflammatory, supporting immunity, literally for the whole family. Next, we have the M-Guard, our energetic shield against Wi-Fi and 5G, and the effects of radiation in our world is just becoming more and more well known. And our home seriously feels calmer, more peaceful, and far less kind of wired because of the M-Guard. This is sovereignty over what comes into our homes and our children's body. It's not just about creating wealth. It's about protecting our family's health from every angle. And Enagic has received multiple medical grade certifications for quality and sustainability. Now, to put that into perspective, it takes 12 years to get this level of certification. And that is proof of just how much care and precision has gone into these incredible machines, which is why Enagic is the leader in the world in this space. And as mothers, this really matters. We wouldn't be recommending products to you or anybody else that we wholeheartedly didn't believe in ourselves and that we hadn't received like visible results with. And if improving health and wealth wasn't enough, because for me that's just mind-blowing, these products are actually saving money too. So this is our K8, which is the kind of flagship machine. And this machine saves the average family around $3,000 a year. Now, one of the first questions I asked was, how long do these machines last? And I was mind-boggled that they last over 30 years. So I'll let you do the math on how much money that's going to save the average family over the period of using this machine. That's sovereignty money, staying in our home instead of being poured into the products that harm our families. And honestly, like, I haven't been in this space for that long, but I really wish I had come across it sooner. Just ask yourself, what is better for your children? Owning one of the world's leading water ionizers that supports health for decades, or spending year after year sicker and sicker on products that harm our bodies? Now, since 1974, when this company was started, only 1 million of these machines have been sold worldwide. But that's about to explode because people are waking up. Families are reclaiming their health, their wealth, and their freedom. And Enagic is in over 20 different countries, which means you can literally build a global business from your home, from your phone, while being present with your babies. And yeah, it's only ever going to increase from there because the water ionizer market is booming with at nearly 9% each year. And why wouldn't you want to jump into business with the leader in this space? Anagic is expected to grow to $5.7 billion company by 2032. And for mothers like us, that's more than just numbers. I'm not a numbers girl at all, but it means stepping into an industry that's expanding fast with products that truly heal and the chance to create life-changing income from home. For the most important part, being present with our babies and to break free from capped, outdated systems. Now, I am so excited to hand you over to Joe, who is going to talk you through exactly how this is achieved. Over to you, Dylan.
Oh, thanks so much, love. I just love working alongside incredible, aligned, soul sisters like you. And yeah, as soon as Yoli stepped into this space, I just knew she was going to create massive things. So I'm so excited to work with you, lovely. And I'm actually sat here today, which isn't a usual occurrence when doing a masterclass, with my daughter, who is sat next to me. She's home from school today, not feeling good. And this is the beauty of this business. I literally get to build my business with my kids. They're a bit big for my knee now, but next to me. So yeah, I'm so grateful. So for those that don't know me, I am Jo. I'm mama to two beautiful kids. I have a background in kinesiology and energy healing. And not so long ago, only, just over 3 years ago, I was so burnt out. My nervous system was literally in survival mode and my health was crumbling. I actually, the original story, I was actually living in Sydney and my partner was working really long hours, and I had two young babies at that point in COVID times, and we were all struggling with our health, and I was trying to heal us. And I knew the life I wanted was to give them, beautiful organic food, to have a nourished, regulated mother that could hold space for their emotions too, and have support. We moved from the UK, so I wanted support around us. We had no support at that point, and my husband was working really long hours. So I was really in such a low space of overwhelm and burnout without even going to work. And I really felt trapped in a cycle that, the generations before me had gone through, a similar story. And I really wanted to break free from that, scarcity, stressed, overwhelmed, mode. And I tried to start a kinesiology and energy healing business, which was kind of aligned with my values. But then what I was doing is I was trading my precious time with my babies for money, and we still weren't getting any closer to the health that I was looking for. I wanted, to buy all the organic food and to have the people supporting us. And I could only do that when I was trading my time for money. So anyway, when I found this business model, I actually dismissed it. I loved the products. I loved what they could do for our health because I was really deep in that healing mode. But I did dismiss it at first. And I watched from the sidelines for a year, people in my community creating incredible success. So anyway, when I finally backed myself, everything shifted. You will not believe how much shifted. In 2 years, we moved into our absolute dream home and community, and our health is absolutely thriving. My son had chronic eczema for 4 years that we couldn't get to the bottom of, and his eczema has completely disappeared. And so I always say, imagine if that is a symptom you can see on the skin that is healed. Imagine all the other things going on in the body that has been healed by these incredible products. My daughter is so, I really see in my daughter the regulation that has come from these incredible products, really healing any inflammation in the body. And I struggled with chronic fatigue all my life. And, I'm really feeling more alive than ever. So our health is thriving. We live in this incredible place in the most beautiful home, and I actually earn more now in a month than in one sale than I used to in a whole month of full-time work. And a couple of weeks ago, I closed a 13K week. I've done 20K months. Like, it's really something I never thought that would be possible for me, with the scarcity mindset that I'd grown up with. And if I can create that kind of, wealth from home, honestly, anyone can do it with the right mindset and attitude and showing up consistently for your dreams. Anyone can do this. And like Yoli said, this is really just the beginning. That kind of money is just the start here. And to be honest, the biggest win for me really isn't the money. It's actually a regulated nervous system. It's being fully present with my kids. It's showing them what's possible. She's sat here right now. She's nearly 9 years old and she's already planning her anagic career in 9 years' time. I'm showing my babies that you can nourish yourself, you can be present with your loved ones, you can live an incredible life, impact others and create just such abundance. We have been sold a lie in society that you have to hustle harder for a small amount of money. Really, there is so much wealth, untapped wealth to be created, and this is the space that can be done in. Um, and now I know I never ever have to trade my time or my time with my babies ever again. The other part of this that is so dear to my heart is the sisterhood, the global community of women that have literally become my closest friends. And it's come from sharing my truth and my own unique message from home, with my babies, that has brought in soul aligned women. So trust me, if I can do it, you can too. So let's show you how. Okay, so something that really stuck with me is this quote. So, most people find an income stream first and then a way to enjoy their life in the small pockets of time that we have left. And that is so true. The mothers coming home after working a long day, so drained and tired, and that they cannot then give back to their kids. And so, really, the government and screens are raising our children. And then they're just being conditioned into a society that has that same scarcity mindset and that hustle mindset, and really keeps us just above broke. So what this, breaking that cycle will look like is, instead of rushed mornings, rushing out the door and handing your babies over to strangers, it's really a regulated nervous system. It's taking things slow. It's honoring what your children want to do with their childhood. My daughter does a mix of schooling, because she wants to attend school, and homeschooling. And she gets to, on a Wednesday, she gets to do arts and cooking and sewing, and she gets to do some incredible things, but she still gets to experience the school system. And I have that flexibility because I chose to be home. I can be there to help support that dream for her. Reclaiming our motherhood looks like real safety in our nervous system. It looks like our values being able to guide our decisions, being able to give our babies what they deserve, and to be able to raise them. This isn't about hustling or climbing any ladders. This is income that truly honors your family, and it's rewriting stories, generational stories and patterns for the next generation, to set them free and to see what's possible. Okay, so you'll probably say, okay, I get the products, I get that you can create freedom, but how? Okay, so Anagic, instead of paying for advertising and large marketing companies with a big CEO that pockets the cash, Anagic pays us, the normal people from home, to showcase their products and to showcase the lifestyle that can come with it. And that doesn't mean you have to be in the lifestyle already. It's, sharing what this can do for your life. And they are putting the money that they would have spent in the advertising, CEO's back pockets, but actually put it in the pockets of families like ours, paying over 50% in commissions and bonuses. So let's look at actually how we do this. And let me just show you the most exciting part. Just get ready to be very amazed at the figures here. So this is the kind of money that you can earn. So I've circled here the 3A, because when you get started with a quad package, which is our most popular package, these are the commissions that you will start earning for your first sales. So when you start with the quad bundle, you earn 3 points of commission from day one. So that's between $2,300 to $3,500 per sale. So in just 2 sales a month, that is $7K, $7,000 a month from 2 sales, 2 aligned sales of women coming into your space that are, drawn to you. Now, 21 sales is 100K, as we've mentioned, like 100K, think of what it would take to earn 100K in your normal standard way of earning. This isn't a maybe one day theory. This is reality, and it works because of the incredible 50-year-old company that we've partnered with, and a company whose products literally change lives. So what this really could mean for you, so just imagine 2 aligned conversations a month, women already searching for freedom, health, and sovereignty, saying yes to you in the business. That could be the choice to stay at home with your babies and raise them without financial strain, replacing a full-time wage. So you work a couple of hours a day, not the full 40-hour work week. Paying for the organic food, the healing therapies, the tutors, the village of support that your family deserves, the holidays, the house, the freedom to finally breathe, and showing your children that abundance and present can coexist. The truth is here that life does, the life you desire will cost something. Freedom does cost. Choice costs. Being present with your babies without financial stress, yes, that will require financial resources. So here is how this business makes true freedom possible. So to create 100, once you've got to 6A to create, which is where I'm just about to get to, creating a 100K a year just takes 14 sales, just 14. To create a quarter of a mil, 250K a year, 36 sales. And to create $1 million in a year, wait for it, 149 sales. That is 3 sales a week. Just let that land. 1 mil a year, 3 sales a week. How long would it take you to earn this kind of money? How many hours would you have to put in? How much of your kids' childhood would you have to miss? This isn't about hustling harder. This is literally stepping into a model that gives you the leverage to actually live your dream vision. This is like, that beautiful family home you want, those amazing holidays, calling in nannies, and support people to help you, traveling the world, world schooling your babies, building wealth that you actually get to pass down to your kids, so their story is different. So let me ask you, are you truly happy in your job right now? Or are you just surviving? How much of your life is actually traded for a paycheck that's gone as soon as those bills are paid? Because the reality check here is retiring with, let's say, 1.5 mil in super is about $600 a week. That barely covers rent, let alone, good food, holidays, freedom to actually enjoy your final years. That is the future that most people are walking towards, and they're not questioning it. If you don't build something now, you're going to work until you're 65 plus. You're going to miss your kids' childhood. You're going to end up without the life you want. So you can keep walking that old path of sacrifice, or you can step into a model that actually creates true abundance from home, presence with your babies, and freedom right now. So I'm just going to show you another side that looks very confusing, but is very exciting. Okay, so we've talked a little bit about, walking the ranks. So I'm at this point here, 6A, right at the beginning. And we start to move up the ranks and the bonuses. So I'm about to hit 6A, and that's 3K bonus on top of all the commissions, to get to 6A. And then just down on the left-hand side, 6A2, a 6K bonus. And then so on. Now, the one that I've circled here in gold, 6A2-3. Now, this is where you get to legacy income. Now, what does legacy income mean? And it's 5,000 USD monthly for life, which is about 7,500 Aussie dollars for life every month, which is willable 3 generations deep. So when we've long and gone, it will still be paying. And this is on top of the commissions already. That is just a bonus. Most people will never see this kind of income, let alone monthly for life. Build this business once and it will pay you for decades. So I am currently building out 2 positions to 6A2-3, and that's going to be one for each of my children. Now, I would rather commit a few years to secure our future than 40 years plus to pay for someone else's dream and retire with less. So you really don't need to understand everything here. The company rewards consistency and impact, and it's how mothers create generational wealth. You really don't have to go fast here. You just have to get started. And I just want to mention, so a good friend of mine, Christy, who's actually my mentor, she has 6 legacy positions, and she's at -5, which is let's have a look, 100k bonus, 15k monthly USD for life, which is going to be about 20k Aussie monthly for life. That's in one of her legacy positions. She's been in the business for 7 years. Yes, she's gone all in on the business, and she's really put her time and effort in it, but she has done that, raising 3 babies on the boob. She's got 3 kids under the age of 7, one of which is 2 or 3. And she has, she's built multi-millions. She started this business when she was couch surfing with her husband, and they were literally eating spaghetti with passata for food every day. And they knew they wanted more. She was currently pregnant with her first child, and they knew she wanted more. So they went all in on this business. And 7 years later, they've got 3 properties. They're multi-millionaires. They've got 5 legacy positions. They are earning more in 1 month than most people earn in 10 years worth of full-time work. That is what can be created in this space as mothers. Okay, the boring bit here. Of course, there's no guarantees. I cannot guarantee that you are going to get up every day and show up for your business. The results here depend on you. But with consistency and intentional action, you really can create the freedom that you are desiring by following the steps, staying consistent, and going for your dreams. Okay. Now, the company is so unique that their compensation plan has been patented, which actually means that if someone says, oh, I've seen something like this before, they actually haven't. Nothing compares. This is 50-year-old company with a proven track record, medical grade products in cancer clinics, transforming families' lives, compensation plan so bloody generous that it had to be patented, and residual income, legacy bonuses, and income that most people don't even believe is possible. So, how do we do this? Now, we build on social media. There's a few ways. You can build the old-fashioned way. The old-fashioned way is to demonstrate the products to a group of people, and be face-to-face. Now, you can only fit a certain amount of people in a room. That is a capped model to me. So with social media, the beauty of having this as our era right now is we can reach the world. The world is our oyster, and it means that you can do those demos, but to such a bigger audience. And it's literally changing the trajectory of this business. So social media does not have to be salesy or chasey. In fact, it really needs to be the opposite in this space. I built my business by sharing my truth, basically motherhood, healing, nature, mindset shifts that have set me free. And when I show up authentically, it means that the right women are attracted to my message. So most people actually come through my social media ads. They will see an ad. They'll already be looking for the opportunity I have to offer. They'll see my ad pop up. Then they'll often come to my page and they'll instantly recognize themselves in my message. Not because I've convinced them, but because they resonate with what I'm sharing. Now, not everyone's going to resonate, and the people that don't will they won't follow along for the story, but the people that really truly are aligned with my message will stay on my page and get in touch. So this business really lets me live my values, share my purpose, and I'm creating impact. I'm touching people's lives, and from that I get paid abundantly so I can raise my babies. So really what you have to ask yourself is, are you ready to show up unapologetically as yourself, whoever that is, your beautiful self, so that you can attract the people that you are meant to impact? When people get into fear about showing up authentically, I often say, but how are your people meant to find you? How can your tribe find you if you aren't speaking your truth? Okay, so yes, it sounds amazing. What does the actual process look like? I know, Bobby, we're nearly done. The process, okay. So what you do is you find aligned women through your authentic content or your ads. They watch a short, powerful training just like this. They jump into a 10-day free trial of our training platform, which is incredible, and I'll talk more about shortly. They'll have a call with one of our team to make sure it's the right fit. And if it is, they will invest in their own life-changing wellness products and earn an amazing commission. Then they receive full training, mentorship, and a proven system to start strong. They repeat the process, and then it becomes duplicatable. That means that you can teach. Bobby, you're going to have to wait, honey. I'm just nearly finished. Well, I'm nearly finished. A few more slides, okay? Just a few more. So it's duplicatable, meaning that you can teach others what you've learned along the way. 10 minutes. And do you want to come on and sit on my lap? You want to sit on my lap? Come and sit on my lap. So it's duplicatable. People come in, they do the same that you have done, you teach them, and that then builds your organization. So what this business actually looks like: no stocking products, no refunding or shipping, no websites to build, nothing to deliver yourself. You basically are setting up a business that I've built my business while my kids sleep, in the pockets of time at home, and even while I've been traveling. And at this point, the model works with your life as a mother, not against it. Okay, the quad strategy. Sweetie. It's gonna take forever. But baby, we're in the middle of a presentation. This is going to be on the presentation that we're going to send out to lots of people. So do you want to go into the living room? We've got 10 more minutes left. 10 more minutes. Okay, because otherwise we're going to have to film it all over again. And we don't want to start again. We're nearly done. Okay. Okay, sweetie. Okay, go out there and time me. Go on. Go and look at the clock and give me 5 minutes, and then you come and get me. Go on then. You have to go. Okay. So the quad strategy. In order to start the business, you purchase a product or products from an addict. The most common is the quad strategy, and that's because it's the quickest way to earn big commissions. So what does the quad strategy actually look like? Okay, so you start for around $70 a week. You get 650 cash back straight away, which can cover your first 6 weeks of repayments or maybe more. And your first sale puts $2,300 in your back pocket. And after just 4 sales, your ROI is covered. Most mums put it on finance for $70 a week, and that is less than a coffee and a chino a day. From there, just 21 sales equals 100K. And we show you how step by step to do this. It's okay if you don't understand all of this right away. Trust me, I definitely didn't. The beauty of the business is that you can earn as you earn. It's designed to be simple because businesses work best when they are sustainable, especially for us mums. And this model is perfect for women who are ready to grow without burning out, who want to create abundance from home while still being there for their babies. And you don't do it alone. Okay, so your journey starts here. You aren't alone in this, and with the right support, systems, and guidance, everything you want becomes possible, all within the Freedom Era Academy. So, in the Academy, you will be guided by those who have gone before you using the same blueprint, the exact same blueprint that they are using today still. You know, there's people out there earning 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, even 9 figures. You know, there is huge, huge money being made here using the exact blueprint that we are going to teach you. So I'm going to hand you over to Yoli. She has stepped into this space very recently, and she is honestly taking it by storm. And she really, really has a lot of incredible things to say about the platform. And so I'm going to hand you back to Yoli. She's going to finish off. And yeah, I'm so excited for you, ladies.
Thank you, Joe. So the Academy is just incredible. It literally holds your hand through the whole thing. And as Joe has said, you don't need prior experience with this. You are guided step by step with small bite-sized video that show you exactly how to do it and in what order. So you watch, you implement, and you move forward. And these are proven funnels, they're proven systems and simple automations. And with these content prompts that help you share from your heart, it's not salesy. So for a lot of people, it can feel really uncomfortable, kind of like trying to sell something, myself included. And it's done with support of mentors who have done it, who've lived it, and all through kind of live calls and Q&As and community huddles where we all kind of get together like once a week or once every couple of weeks that support you and teach you how to do it and hold you accountable. And this community is filled with mamas, creative teachers, burnt out professionals, all rewriting their stories and building businesses to support their families. And on here, you can see the faces of the beautiful women who have gone before you and are absolutely crushing it. So let's talk possibilities. Best case, you build the life you've been dreaming about. You're earning 10, 20, 30 plus K per month. You've left your 9 to 5 and you're living in complete freedom. You're present with your families and you're in full alignment with your values. Worst case, literally worst case, you walk away with the most life-changing products in your home and skills that can never be taken away from you, and a community of powerful women who will continue to cheer you on. Most likely, you commit, you follow the steps, and you allow yourself to be supported. And within a few short months, in no time at all, your reality feels completely different. You don't need prior experience. You don't need thousands of followers. You just need the decision to change your life. And that decision starts today. So if you're still here, something inside of you knows this is your time. You'll feel it in your bones. This is for you. And this year, we are launching our first all expenses paid luxury and leadership retreat in the Byron Bay hinterlands. Normally, these are reserved for the top leaders, but now they're available for day one. This is just incredible. 3 days of luxury and nature, organic meals, breathwork, saunas, ice bath, creek grounding, sisterhood, you name it. A strategy to map out your first 20K month and your 100K plan. Energetic calibration to activate abundance. And what is so exciting as well is you'll be with professional photographers who can really get your branding on point. And as I said, an immersive sisterhood held in sovereignty that will support you kind of every step of the way. From this retreat, you will leave with such a clear plan, an elevated brand, and an inner shift to make income your calling in. Now, there's only 10 spots available. So the first 10 women to start powerfully secure their spot. Success, love, speed. So on this call, I want you to reach back out to the person who invited you. We're going to map out your business plan, your income goals, and the exact steps to get you there. And plus, you will secure your spot to this all expensive paid retreat for the first 10 women. So what I want you to do is reach out to the person who called you, who invited you to this spot, and make this your reality. If you've made it this far, chances are you're not here by accident. You know it's time for change. You want more time with your babies, more money. You don't want to be scrambling to pay for bills. You don't want to feel restricted in your nervous system for the fear of an upcoming bill or something that you've got to pay. This business can help you create the life you want and you deserve. Your life can literally shift, as mine has done, as Joe's has done, as we've kind of talked about, from just making the decision to be here. And there's only one wrong choice is making none at all. So you don't need to know every single step. As I just want to reassure you, you don't need to take your time thinking about it. You just need to take action and just take the next one. So, as I just said, reach out to the person who called you and just say, I'm in. We can't wait to welcome you and help you achieve your goals together. So, let's reclaim motherhood.
Excited for you, ladies.
So excited.